Hello, Internet. How's everyone doing tonight? This is Heather here for Allison, filling in on the Beading Dream stream. Tonight is another Freeform night because I am not good at the hand cam yet, so I am just winging it and trying my best. So, welcome. I'm so happy. Yeah, filling in for Allison is a long last name. It's German. Just kidding, it's not. Tonight I am going to do a fairly simple project, but that takes a lot of doing. So I chose it because I don't want to just take forever, and I can stop this at any time, which is nice in a project for a freeform before a sale, because I can't be doing this until it's time for the sale. That's bad news. So I am going to take some pearls that I have picked. I have a nice mix. Excellent. I like that Susan's filling in for herself. I have some some pretty pearls in a mix of nice fall colors, kind of leaf colors and teals and greens and things like that. And I am going to wire wrap them on a chain. And because I love, okay, I'm not going to say that the way I normally would, because it would get clipped and taken out of context, and I don't think that's going to go well for me. So I love it when there are things dangling off chains. Carol is laughing in the background because she knows what I would have said. So I am going to, because this is a lot of little stuff to do, I'm just going to be wire wrapping a whole bunch. I'm going to make the face a little bigger. I mean, my face is big enough, but relatively. Because my hands aren't really going to be instructing as much tonight, but sorry, editing on the fly, learning how to edit. Hey Silvern, good to see everyone. So I'm cutting down on my waist. I have little tiny head pins, so I'm just doing, since they're little tiny pearls, I am doing, I don't know why I have to be French. But I don't need that much to wire up a pearl of that size. So I'm going to do assembly line style, and I'm just going to make a bunch of loops first. And then I'm going to start putting them on the chain. And then I'm going to start wrapping them on, and then I'm going to stop when it's time. That's the plan. Are we all clear on the plan? I hope so, because I might forget and need reminding. So how is everyone's day? How's the weekend? What's it like to have a weekend? What's a weekend? This is just caffeine. There will be gin later. But right now, it's just caffeine. So this is just me. Not even on Xanax. It's really sad. So how's life? I'm hoping the chat will behave today. I'm also going to pull it up on my phone in case the chat decides not to behave, because sometimes it does that. Oh, ooh, that's pretty. So anyone who streams is all natural. Anyone who streams knows the horror of pulling up the frozen frame, because it always automatically picks the worst possible second to freeze on for you. So kind. So no one's done anything today? That seems unlikely. I fought wars earlier. We got our butts handed to us over and over and over again, but oh, how cool, Susan! I can't wait to see. That's awesome. We had a very busy day here at the Beading Dreams. It was quiet for a little bit, except it was really unquiet when it was not. It was typical Saturday where it's either everyone is here or no one is here. Yay, Corvus, what are you making? More King Tut stuff or something else? Minecraft is so fun. I'm so bad at Minecraft. My smallest niece has started playing Minecraft and she can't figure out how to do anything with animals except murder them. You accidentally sold 2 pairs of sugar skull earrings. You poor thing. Oops. Egyptian pendants, huh? Awesome. I can't wait to see those too. I don't even know if I need a TED Talk. I probably could give one too. And I have things to say about Lord Carnarvon. But I should watch. I pretty much passed out yesterday. It was very tiring being the captain of the shipwreck. I tried to get Carol to do it, but she said no. Nope. See? She said it again. Nope. She's maintaining her stance. Nope. You got 2 into your talk. I don't think that's possible. I mean, I really don't think it's possible. I'm trying to picture you being too into it, and it's just not a thing. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Well, Corvus, either they didn't get bored to death or they want me to be bored to death since they're telling me I have to watch. So, just throwing that out there. We had a lot of fun going through the charm trays today. The charm trays from the trunk show. They send the most random selection of charms, and it's always fun when new people go through it for the first time and get to see things like the egg octopus, which is the creepiest. I mean, I love the octopus. It's amazing, but this is the ugliest octopus that's ever existed. It haunts your dreams. I think it's very appropriate for Halloween because it's way creepier than the skulls or the devil that they had, which sold, by the way. We sold the devil. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, y'all? Does it have a meaning? Do you think?
I'll let you know in a couple days.
Okay. We scare because we care. So I'm still just making a collection of looped head pins with awesome pearls on them that I'm going to add to this chain. And I haven't decided yet whether I want it to be more traditional where it's like every other link and they hang on the same side, or whether I want to try a thing I've done before a few times, which is really fun, where you hang it on one side. And I think I'll do it that way because y'all have not seen that on this stream, I don't think. And it's very difficult for me to do things that Allison hasn't already done. So, made up my own mind. Thank you for your input. Unless someone has a problem with it. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry, Keiko. Luckily, you didn't miss much. I'm only sort of exciting because I'm wire wrapping. And there are fewer people telling me things on the chat tonight. You like how I throw you all under the bus? Can you do flat heads from wire? Well, thank goodness for that. Oh, thank you. Thanks. There's so much of it. It just goes and goes and oh, okay, funny story. So remember how I had the random braids in my hair for the Morrigan last week? I found one today while I was separating my hair to do my braid today that was not fully unbraided. Thank you. And you can see my earrings. Awesome. Yay. But yeah, I have washed, well, not washed, but I've conditioned my hair every day since last Saturday. And I still had a braid in my hair. I'm just that good.
You have too much hair.
I have too much hair. That is definitely too much hair. Also, I may never take this shirt off because I had 2 different customers tell me my eyes are gorgeous today. And that doesn't usually happen. So I'm gonna assume it's the shirt. But yay for flattering shirts. Yeah, I can't believe I still braided my hair. It's like, what the heck is this? Why is it so... Oh. I have pulled so many beads. Oh no. Oh, how fun! That's awesome, Sharon. I was sad to miss you too. Yes, the sleeves are awesome. I love that this shirt has sleeves, but they don't behave as sleeves. It's perfect. It's really a tank top with arm decorations. It would be more perfect if it could look like this and be cotton, but it's not cotton. Yes, you do. I know that we have told this story multiple times on the stream, but it's still funny, and there are some new-ish people. So there was a lady who called a few years ago. Okay, a lady who called in 2016, in probably December 2016, just saying that. She said, do you all have any hammers? And I wasn't sure what she had said. No, she said hammer charms, because we have hammers too, but that's different. And I said, I'm sorry, can you say that again? She said, hammers, you know, like smash the patriarchy. So we got her some hammer charms. You better believe that we got her some hammer charms as soon as we could find them. because that's the way to ask for something. You know, smash. Smash the things. I don't know if anyone was exceptionally funny today. Sad. See, Keiko either hadn't heard it before or is very kindly humoring me. It is an excellent way to clarify. But I think we finally sold out of hammer charms because, you know, you can't buy one. We bought like 25 of them or something. So. I like how I have the hand cam up and I'm doing all of my work over here where the hand cam isn't. That is so great! I love that news, Sharon. Congratulations. Okay, Keiko. Sharon made 3 amethyst items to put in an auction, and all 3 of them had bidding wars on them, which is fantastic. And all 3 of them ended up raising quite a bit of excellent money, which is fantastic. Nope, that is absolutely a finding. Ace is asking, what's the finding called that has a bar, then either 4 or 8 spots to connect stuff? It doesn't have to be 4 or 8. It can be actually any number. Many congratulations from the chat, Sharon, on your achievement and your donation, which is awesome. There are multiple things that, are you talking about the clasp that is a tube that fits inside another tube, or are you talking about just the end bars where you can separate the strands, Ace? Or do you know? Yeah, bidding wars are always a good thing. I've been a part of many more thumb wars than bidding wars, and I really haven't been part of that many thumb wars. I threaten them a lot more often than I take part. End bars, no clasp on the thing you saw. Okay. So there was... Did it look like a tube, Ace? Because if it looked like a tube, it was one of the tube clasps. Those are cool because the clasp slide, or half the clasp slides inside the other half. The problem with that particular type of clasp is that if you put it together upside down accidentally, and that's really annoying because, as you may have noticed, they're from multiple strands, so it's a lot of work to redo when you do that. If you put it together upside down, it will open itself because gravity. But end bars, you can connect whatever number of strands you have available. Gravity is a bish. Absolutely. I don't know what I was saying, so I'm going to stop saying it. If anyone wanted to know what I was going to say, please fill me in on the first part of my sentence. I love caffeine. It's just not magical enough. So if it was from Egyptian jewelry, Ace, it was most likely end bars rather than the tube clasp, because that's definitely a much more modern invention. Well, the main point of the findings is if it's upside down, it's much sadness and everything goes wrong and you can't fix it except by restringing or knotting or whatever it was that you did to attach it to the clasp, which is sadness. Okay, let me do a time check. All right, I don't want to go too far over tonight, because last night was awesomely fun and I don't feel like I went too long because I didn't start completely on time, artistic time. Excellent, Silver. But yeah, tonight, since I have sale later, I want to be careful with time. And I really would maybe like to eat a bite between streams. We'll see. Oh, yay! That's great. Keiko found her cotton round so she can do her nails. We are going to talk about my nails. They're just as good as yesterday, which anyone who was around yesterday knows is incredibly good. So good. Just beautiful. No, your brain was not having, well, I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm going to say probably not. We have a new, very regular customer whose name is Sam, who's awesome. She has the coolest style. She's in high school, and I wish I were that together in high school. I wish I was together as Essie in high school too. I mean, we keep finding the coolest high school kids I've ever met. But now you want to hear this story. It's actually not that interesting. Sam is the most interesting part of the story. But she wanted to make some threader earrings, and we had some threader pieces, and she was carrying the box around with her because she was thinking she might want to make 2 pairs. And she put the box down, and the box is clear. So she's like, I can't find the box and we can't see it. But we found it. So that was the good news. It just takes a lot more work when you can't see the thing that you're trying to find. Anyone else ever had that experience? It's not really the best. Alright, so I'm going to do 17 inches of chain. I'm going to start linking some things and see how far we get. So, best thing to do when oh, oops, yeah, cats are, for those of you who were here when we heard about Elton stealing the $35 concealer, it still is wherever the $35 concealer went when Elton stole it. And we're just hoping it maybe makes its way back as a gift in Allison's bed some night, since he likes to bring her a toy in the middle of the night. Alright, so easy way to find the middle of a chain, if you have never done this, is if you have a piece of scrap wire or something like that. It probably is in one of her shoes, but you can hook both the ends of your chain to the wire and then just sort of pull your fingers down until you find the middle link. So that's how I like to find the middle of chains. Kitchen cabinet would also work. He does not have regular access to outside because he does not like to come back inside when he has had access to the outside. So since I am skimping on head pin size, an extra pair of pliers is a necessity for me to get these actually wrapped around. I know, well, sometimes we like comfort, and sometimes comfort is familiarity rather than actual comfort. So, also he doesn't really know his name yet, so it's a little more difficult for Allison to, he doesn't know his name, and he isn't one of, he's not a cat who can be summoned by the sound of treats or things like that yet, because he just hasn't been somebody's cat for long enough. So she'll teach him. We have great faith that he will be so spoiled in Allison's house that he will stop wanting to run away forever. But I don't think it's that he wants to run away. I think it's really more outside is fun and full of new smells. Okay, so just so you can see what I'm doing, how do I suggest to cut the chain? It depends on the chain, but when I have, I'm not going to actually cut it, but if I'm cutting off of a spool, then sometimes I will hold it in my fingers so I can stretch it out and find the exact length I want to cut. If it's a finer chain, you can use finer wire. You always want to use a wire cutter on chain rather than scissors. Scissors, no scissors ever with wire. That's bad news bears for scissors. And it's not going to cut the chain either. It's just going to scrape the chain, and then you have sadness all around. Okay, so what I've done is I have linked one bead here, and then on the very next link in the chain, instead of skipping one so they all hang the same direction, I have linked another pearl. So they're going to hang cattywampus. And I want them to hang cattywampus because they'll go like this. And somebody's probably going to save that forever. I love it. I love that I'm on the internet forever doing ridiculous things. So many ridiculous things. But if you want to have a really dense grouping, then you can actually put a bead on. You're trying not to so hard. Thank you. Oh no! Oh no, that's so sad. Yeah, some cats are good outside cats and some cats are not good outside cats. So if you want more densely packed beads, then you actually can link on either side of the link. Like if I put one bead on this side and then another bead on this side, it's going to give you more of a grape cluster effect. Wow, my hand is giant and I don't really know how to... I'm not going to touch that because I'm not the boss and I don't want to break the things before she gets back. But what I'm going to do instead of making a grape cluster kind of thing is I'm going to just... This kind of gives it a cascading effect because they cannot sit straight, so they just sort of move around all the time, which is really fun. So I'm just going to continue along this path, and I want to make sure in this case that I am staying on the same side of each link. So I'm going to make sure on this one, the next one is in the same plane as the beige pearl or the champagne pearl. So I'm going to put this bead in on that side, and I'm going to link that on. Oh no, maybe next time. I'm sure I will do something else crazy tonight, because there will be gin. And I can't change the rules to the game, but it's gonna, so many things are about Allison, and we can assume she's doing things. She's probably yawning where she is. I've heard back from her. She's having a great time. She had some dancing lessons, and she was sweaty and gorgeous, and to get me to do a lot more singing. Yay! It's actually not that hard. You've probably picked up on that. She also said that the tipsy instructors took over the dancing, which is always a fun thing, and I've never been involved in being a tipsy dance instructor taking over the dancing. That's not a thing that I've done. Everyone believed me, right? Yeah? Okay, good. Just checking. Hey, Lori! Did you get anything good today in your Pokemon quest? I am super convincing. Look. So you see how those hang? So they're, stop focusing on tools. So they're all catty corner, and they just sort of twirl around and do their own thing, and I like it. I think it's fun. What I'm making, Lori, is I am wire wrapping some mixed pearls to a chain, but I'm not wire wrapping them all on the same side of the chain. I'm doing two sides of the chain to make kind of a, I call it kind of a dancing necklace, because they're on opposing sides. 400 Pokemon. I'm tired just reading that. Yeah, I am definitely on that train for sure. Thank you. I'm liking how it's turning out. I'm quite pleased. Actually, the reason I came up with this idea is I accidentally did it with a graduated sapphire strand I have, and it looked so cool I decided to keep going, and it's become one of my very favorite necklaces, which is awesome. Probably do some on the other side of the necklace too, I guess, since I'm going all up one side. But see, it's so fun. They just sort of flip around, and they just do that as you wear it. I like how it turns out. It's fun. Sorry, I'm gonna play with my jewelry, okay? Y'all didn't need me, right? You could just talk amongst yourselves. Wow. I need to learn how to position the camera because Allison is so much smaller than I am. I barely fit under this camera. I don't know how she does this. I feel like my arms are practically in my knees. Yes, I'm calling Allison short. It's not my fault. I'm an Amazon. I'm not even that Amazonian. That's the sad part. So this is really fun to do with graduated strands like my sapphires that I originally did this with. I'm tall enough. Certainly tall enough. But you don't have to do it with graduated strands. It's just a really nice look because then it's chunkier and then it gets smaller and smaller as you go. And I've been actually collecting all kinds of graduated strands to do more of these necklaces. And I keep forgetting to do them. And then of course, when I thought about maybe doing this project tonight on stream, I could not find a single one of them because, of course, why would I know where one is? And I like wire wrapping lots of small things to chains, or wire wrapping lots of, I like wire wrapping. So the more I add, the more fun it gets. See? So fun. And also, hi Sheena. I did not say hi. I'm bad at this. I never introduce anyone when I meet or when people come up to me and I'm with someone they don't know. I'm bad at introductions too because I'm sure a lot of you know about the transitive property of acquaintance, which is if I know you and I know you, you must also know you, right? Yeah? No? It's a thing. Well, making a necklace like this will give you a lot of practice wire wrapping. And the even better reason to do that with something like this is that you really can't see the wire wraps in this because everything moves too much. Oh, and yeah, that was back when I was actually good at practiced at introducing people. Now it's completely a lost cause. Thank you. Yes, I love them all together. I cannot take credit for the mix. I don't know who can take credit for the mix, but it came in they were all together in a bin in a donation, and Allison let me pick something from it, and I was like, I want that. And there are a whole bunch of them, so I should be able to do more than just one project, which is nice. All right, I'm not going to be able to finish all of this, but the bonus of this is that, let's see, I have 3, one more. I have to finish with an odd number because I'm also going to make a clasp to show y'all. All right, so I need one more on this side. But it looks cute even if there are just a few of them. It doesn't have to be an entire necklace.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri is helping. I don't know what I said to turn her on, but it happens sometimes. She's just really anxious to help. How do you cut chain? So So Corvus, small chain is there's yeah yeah I oh I got nothing. I can't defend that at all. But cutting small chain cutting small chain is easier if you have wire cutters that have a fine point. Like my Tronex are awesome for cutting small chain. If you do not have wire cutters that have a fine point to them, a really good way of cutting small chain is actually to cut the whole loop, so you can go across the entire loop. Minnesota and Georgia. Wow, helpful. But yeah, if this were chain that I were cutting, I could go across the entire loop instead of just trying to cut one side. And usually that is actually easier to aim for than just the side, so you're only cutting part of the loop. Cut the whole loop off. It's a little easier. Was that at all helpful, Corvus, or do you need more information? I am very happy to help as long as I can get the right question answered. And Siri is
Here's what I
not helping. She's trying so hard. No, it doesn't have to be cut a certain way. The only time it really would need to be cut a certain way is if you have really huge chain or something like that. You want to make sure that you use wire cutters that are up to the task, but otherwise you don't have to. There's not a wrong way, really. So here are my dangles that I'm going to finish with tonight. I am going to keep adding to this necklace because it's so fun and I really want to wear it with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pearls. So now I'm going to quickly make a clasp, and I'm going to use some twisted wire. This is 20 gauge. I'm sorry. This is 20 gauge twisted square wire. So you can see here at the end that it's actually square rather than round. So we put to twist it. It's very, very sophisticated process where we put the end in a chuck in the drill and make the drill go vroom, and the wire goes, and then it makes happy shiny twisted wire. And so it's, yes, it's just one strand twisted around. It's, yeah, so it's not something twisted around like this. It's just a spiral. And so yeah, Allison's been making a lot of things where she twists two wires together, but this is not that. So I like to use twisted wire to make clasps simply because it's pretty and it's decorative, and it is a little bit sturdier than just round wire, partially because it's been work hardened by the drill in the twisting process. All right, first thing I did is I made a little loop, and I used my chain nose. I made a partial loop with my round nose pliers and then used my chain nose pliers. Nope. Sorry. Hands only. That's it. And then I used my chain nose pliers to kind of squish that little loop that I made down. because I want a nice end that isn't scrapey. I can absolutely file that, and probably will still hit it with a file just to knock off any sharp parts, but it also looks pretty decorative. So now I'm going to use my round nose pliers toward the base to make the round part of a hook. This is my favorite hook to make. I make it all the time. And then I'm going to go underneath that. I'm going to just wrap the wire around the round nose pliers to make another loop. And I make it kind of cattywampus. I know that's my favorite word tonight, but it's very useful for tonight because I want to be able to cut this wire off and link it onto my chain, and then wire up it closed. Oh, I feel like I was asking for it, wasn't I? I really was. I agree, you had to. Ace, you did. So I want to make sure I link this loop that I made onto my project first, so I can, this is, you don't have to do this, but I love to do this because it's so much sturdier when you do this. So now I'm going to just wrap the wire around itself. Sorry, I crossed it on the wrong side because I wasn't thinking. And then I'm going to trim that end. I'm going to cover it while I trim it so it doesn't fly toward the camera or me, or any unsuspecting other employees in the store, all of whom have gone home except for me. I'm going to smooth that end down so it's not sticking out. And then I have a little hook. And I can actually hook that into the chain, so I'm just going to leave it like that for tonight. But I could also make an eye for the other side, which I probably will do later. I'll say that. I will probably make an eye for the other side later to match, but I just need to have a little bit of time between streams to move all of this nonsense that I've created out of the way. And I leave chaos in my wake wherever I go. So I just need to be able to clean that up so I can show you things later, because I pulled 2 full trays and we'll see how much we get through, but so many pretty things to show you later. It is so fancy but so simple to do, Keiko. I love it. And nothing in here is difficult. But now I have a necklace that I can put on and wear if I want. See? Sure thing. This is my favorite clasp. I make it all the time because I do a lot of little things. And, well, if I could find, I can't link it because I'm doing it live on the internet. I could wear it, in theory. We'll just all pretend. But thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Heather. I am filling in for Allison at the Beading Dreams. We are a brick and mortar store here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm streaming live from inside the store. And thank you all of you, for being out there with me tonight. I hope you will return in about half an hour, so 7:30 artistic time, but the drawer already got closed, so, and I've already pulled stuff, and Allison and I will not distract each other between streams, which is, that's definitely a thing that happens. Definitely. And so I will see you, hopefully, all of you, back here on the Beading Dream stream. And we will be presenting lots and lots of beautiful merchandise. And it's all trunk show, so no discounts, but it's all brand new stuff you haven't seen. And there might be a couple things you've seen, but I do actually have to deal with Medusa if she's still alive. Last night I killed her because she was still alive when I got off, and I got to go in and leisurely murder her all by myself. Medusa is in a game. That was not about a person, in case the FBI is watching. On that note, thank you all so much for being here, and we will see you back right here at Twitch TV /Beading Dream, and we will be showing you lots and lots of, I say we, it's the royal we. I will be here, you will be here with me in the chat in spirit, and I can't wait to see you then. Go get some food, grab yourself a snack and or drink, comfy, cozy clothes, and I will see you right here in about half an hour. Thanks so much. Bye.